Hello everyone, I'm Thaneru Karthik. My roll number is 230. Today on concept video, my topic is about energy level diagram of intrinsic semiconductors. Let us know about this in further slides briefly. So let us go into the topic. Before going into the topic, let us know about semiconductors. Semiconductors are, as the name suggests, is a kind of material whose shows properties of both conductors and insulators. A semiconductor material requires a certain level of voltage or heat to release its carriers for conduction. These semiconductors are classified as intrinsic and extrinsic based on their number of carriers. So let us know briefly about this. The intrinsic carrier is the purest form of semiconductor, and an equal number of electrons, negative charge carriers, and holes means positive charge carriers. Uh, and the semiconductor materials most profoundly used for silicon, germanium, gallium arsenide. Let us study the characteristic and behavior of these semiconductors. So here the intrinsic carrier is the purest form of the semiconductor, and negative charge carriers means number of electrons, and positive charge carriers means the holes in the semiconductors. So let us know briefly about this intrinsic diagram and etc. in further slides. What is an intrinsic semiconductor? The intrinsic semiconductor can be defined as a chemically pure material without any doping or impurity added to it. The most commonly known as intrinsic or pure semiconductors available are silicon and germanium. The behavior of semiconductors on applying a certain voltage is dependent on its atomic structure. The outermost shell of both silicon and germanium have 4 electrons each. To stabilize each other, nearby atoms form covalent bonds based on the sharing of a valence electron. This bonding in the crystal lattice structure of silicon is illustrated. We can see this silicon is illustrated structure of crystal lattice structure of silicon in further figures. Here it can be seen that the valence electron of Si atom pair together to form a covalent bond. So this is about the intrinsic semiconductor, and intrinsic semiconductor, as we know, it is purest semiconductor, and the semiconductors are available silicon and germanium, and we can see the diagram in further slides, and this intrinsic here it can be seen that the valence electrons of two Si atom pair together to form a covalent bond in intrinsic semiconductors. So let us see the diagram. At all the covalent bonds are stable and no carriers are available for conduction. Here the intrinsic semiconductors behaves as an insulator or non-conductor. Now if the ambient temperature comes close to the room temperature of the covalent bonds start breaking, thus the electrons from the valence are released to take part in the conduction. As the more number of carriers released from the conduction, the semiconductor starts behaving as a conducting material. The energy band diagram given below explains the transition of carriers from the valency band to conduction band. So this is the diagram of intrinsic semiconductors. This shows the transition of carriers from valency band to conduction band. Let us know further the energy band diagram, which is our topic, and the energy band diagram shown in figure uh, below depicts two levels, conduction band and valency band. The space between the two bands is called the forbidden gap. This is the diagram, and conduction band and the down part is the valency band, and the gap between the two is the forbidden gap, and the energy always goes upside. So let us see further more information. Conduction band and valency band. Electrons ready for conduction are upside, and they indicates minus sign, and valence electron bond to their atomic structure, and we know that the gap between them is the forbidden gap. Conduction and valency band electron in a semiconductor, the diagram shows. uh, when a semiconductor material is subjected to heat or applied voltage, few of the covalent bonds break, which generates free electrons as shown in 2b. In the before diagram, when a semiconductor material is subjected to heat, or that means when it is exposed to heat, uh, or applied voltage, few of covalent bonds break, or if we apply voltage, the few of covalent bonds break, which and when it breaks, it generates a free electrons, as we seen in the before diagram. It generates a free electrons, and these free electrons get excited and gain energy to overcome the forbidden gap and enter into the conduction band from the valence band. As these electrons are excited, and they gain some energy, they overcome the forbidden gap which present in between conduction band and valency band. So this electrons will excite from or gain energy to overcome the forbidden gap, means they enter the conduction band from the valency band, they move from valency band to the conduction band. As the energy leaves the valence band, it leaves behind the hole, and inside the valency band. This is about the diagram which we have seen in the before slide, and let us know further information about this covalent bond band and valency band, etc. Uh, in an intrinsic semiconductors, always an equal number of electrons and the holes will be created, and hence it exhibits electrical neutrality, and both the electrons and holes are responsible for conduction of current in the intrinsic semiconductors. Here the slide says that in an intrinsic semiconductors, always an equal number of electrons and holes will be created. Means when conduction band, when we apply some voltage, or when it is exposed to heat, some electrons are released. So the equal number of electrons and holes are created during that uh, during the electrons are gaining energy. So equal number of electrons and holes are created, and hence it exhibits electrical neutrality, and it's neutral to electric, and both the electrons and holes are responsible for conduction of current in the intrinsic semiconductors. That means the electrons and holes are responsible for the conduction of current. Coming into intrinsic semiconductors, so this is a conduction band and valency band, and Fermi Fermi gap. So as we seen the basic diagram before slides, this is about the intrinsic semiconductors. Thank you. This is about the intrinsic semiconductors and energy band diagram of intrinsic semiconductors. Thank you.